In this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about pattern recognition when you're dealing with pentatonic scales. All the scale examples that I'll give you in this video are going to be in the second position. So it's going to be all closed pentatonic scales in the second position. So whenever I'm learning a new riff or I'm writing something, I have these scale shapes in the back of my mind, and it can be easy after a while to recognize what scale shape that you're dealing with. Each scale has 2 notes per string. Okay, so for instance, pattern 1. So, let's say that I am playing a riff that uses the first string, uses notes that are 3 frets apart from each other. One note's on the 2nd fret, the other's on the 5th. So then if I look at my pentatonic scales, only certain patterns are going to have that shape in it. 2 notes that are 3 frets apart on the first string. So as I look at it, I could see this could be part of pattern 1. It could be part of pattern 3. It's one of those 2. So sometimes you won't necessarily be able to identify a pattern just by seeing the notes on one string, but you can do it if you have notes on 2 strings. So now let's say this riff I use, or in the second position, I have a note on the 2nd fret and a note on the 5th fret, so 3 frets apart. And then on the 2nd string, I have a note that is on the 3rd fret and a note that's on the 5th fret. So 2 frets apart. So now I need to look and see from my scales what scale has notes on the first string that are 3 frets apart and then notes on the 2nd string that are 2 frets apart. As I look at it, it was between pattern 1 and pattern 3. Pattern 1 is the only scale pattern that has that particular group of notes in it. Because pattern 3 uses notes on the first string and the 2nd string that are 3 frets apart. But pattern 1 has notes on the first string that are 3 frets apart and notes on the 2nd string that are 2 frets apart. Okay, so then let's say I'm playing something that has notes on the 3rd string. We're playing this pattern out of the 2nd position, whatever it is. So one note on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, another note on the 5th fret. So notes on the 3rd string that are 3 frets apart. So I go to look at my scales, and it's not pattern 1, because the notes are 2 frets apart in pattern 1 on the 3rd string. It could be pattern 2, because pattern 2 has notes on the 3rd string that are 3 frets apart. It wouldn't be pattern 3 because the notes in pattern 3 are only 2 frets apart on the 3rd string. And it wouldn't be pattern 4 because the notes on the 3rd string in pattern 4 are 2 frets apart, not 3. So then my 2 options are pattern 2 and pattern 5. So then I can't really narrow it down just by that string, but if I also had the notes on the 4th string, then I would be able to tell. And let's say the notes on the 4th string are also 3 frets apart. So 3 frets apart on the 3rd string, 3 frets apart on the 4th string. I look, and that has to be pattern 2. It's the only one that has notes on the 3rd and the 4th string that are 3 frets apart. So that is a little bit about pattern recognition when you're playing things that are pentatonic.